guys, this is part of the car swap series with Oliver in Germany. I'm now on the road with his Tesla camper. He's got some really cool stuff going on and I want to show you guys his setup. Wait a second, if you haven't seen the first video about how I ended up exchanging my Tesla camper with a complete stranger, then bother applying all the way to Germany, go watch that video first and come back for this one. Starting from the outside, his car is not lifted or anything, but he's got the new Aero wheels. They are pretty cool and supposedly they are a lot more efficient than the standard wheels. It's a red car, not the new cherry red, but the original red with the white interior. And over here, this is his camping setup. It is almost identical to mine, but he's got some really cool improvements with a axe over here and a shovel. And let me show you guys what's inside. So over here, he's got the single burner. It is custom made with a cutout down here. And then there is the bucket for washing stuff. And the way that this induction burner works is that there is a plug here that you have to plug it in to the side. There is a extension cable over here which connects all the way to a EcoFlow battery that's inside. I will show you in a bit. This is a temporary solution, I think, because he was using propane stove for a while until just recently before his trip to Canada. He ordered this induction cooktop and then I had to put it together when I arrived. So I am assuming that when he comes back, he will probably find a way to permanently wire this power cable. And then over here, it is quite similar to my setup. He's got a pot and cooking pan combo, a bunch of coffee pots, utensils, dishes, cups, and more coffee pots. This axe here is pretty cool. It's secured to the side, so you can really take this out when you are at a campsite, and then you can chop some wood off. Over here, this is a shovel that you can unfold, dig a hole if you need to poop somewhere in the wilderness or whatever. Here is the sleeping system. The drawers open halfway or close halfway. It's like the way that I do it. Oh, okay, I have to push the seat forward, but you get the idea. But his mattress is quite thick. It's about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches, which should make your night more comfy. I'll show you guys in a bit what this is. This is like one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. Over here to the side, he has a power strip that connects to the EcoFlow battery up front. This is my drone battery charging strip. And on this side, this is another power strip that I was showing you earlier where the induction cooktop is plugged into. Down here is the sub trunk. He has a coffee machine, and then my backpack, my clothing, and everything that I brought with me for the trip. Okay, this is the side, similar to my storage compartment. Okay, I only have one hand right now. Yeah, I'm gonna open this. But he has a folding table, and then I believe this black thing is the dream case privacy cover, privacy blinds for all the windows. Down here, this is a pretty cool trash can, and it's got a little light that lights up. And then right underneath here, that's the EcoFlow battery that he is using. I'm not exactly sure the model, but I'll put it up on the screen. So if you look closer, he's got, I think it's 3 right angle extension cords that goes all the way up, 2 to the back and then 1 to the front. Over here, this is one of the craziest contraption that I've ever seen in a Tesla. I think this is like made for RVs or like bigger vans, but this is a water system that is, I think, around 15 gallon, super huge, and it's got a pump electric pump. This is a double filtration system that he has created. There's one filter here, and then there's another filter that I'll show you in a bit, where you can connect it over here to fill up your water. Let me show you guys what's inside. I mean, yeah, it's basically water, but super deep. Oh, over here, I'm not sure what's inside here. Okay, he has 2 chairs in here, and then I'm not sure what those are. I have to open them to find out. Okay, so this is the first thing that I'm gonna open up. I think this might be a hammock. Oh, it is, yep. There we go. I recognize the strap. This is like a hammock strap, so I'm not gonna open the rest, but it's a hammock. A hammock instruction. Okay, the second bag looks like this is a shower system of some kind. I'm not sure why he still has this, since he already has the water system. Oh, I'll need to show you guys the faucet that's in the back. Okay, I guess maybe this could be a backup if this system over there ever stops working. Okay, this is looking like a tent. Yep, it is a tent. Okay, I do have a tent with me as well, so I won't be using this. Okay, front driver's seat. This is the second water filter that you can use when you're filling up his water system. Basically a really thick hose. Here is the second filter. I'll be using this to fill up the water jug at some point, so follow the adventure, I guess. Okay, let's open the front. Not much in the front before I went to a grocery shop. Besides all the food, he's got a jet boil-like device from a different brand that I'll bring it with me when I'm out backpacking. This right here is a charging cable for the car with a European plug. He also has 2 of these bags that fits to the shape of the front if you want to store clothing in here, which I don't think I'll be using because I find it more convenient putting my clothes in the sub-trunk. Oh, another charging cable, some fuel. So now let me show you guys how this water system works. First, I have to turn on the battery. Let me find the button. Okay, here we go. The light is on. And then if I just come to the back here, this is a pretty awesome faucet, and the water just comes up. Super sick. So it's been a rainy few days since my road trip in Europe began. Apparently there was a pretty bad storm right before my arrival in Germany, but fortunately I had just dodged it. Something I have learned from my previous adventures is that nature has its own beauty in all weather conditions, and I wasn't going to let this little rain stop my exploration. My first stop of the trip was a small hike in the village of Rotterdam. Along the trail, there was this absolutely gorgeous view overlooking the village with a composition that struck me. It was fascinating to think about the people who chose to build a castle on these rocks in the past. From there, I drove into Prague in Czech Republic and walked around town, checking out more medieval architectures. While wandering, I noticed almost everyone was holding an intriguing looking ice cream treat. The temptation was too strong to resist, so I got one, and it was so delicious. One of these nights, I camped in a park somewhere, and it had been a few days already since I showered, and my hair was getting itchy. So I decided to wash my hair, and I got to use Ollie's shower system for the first time.
No, what?
It didn't go well. The power bank he has kept shutting off automatically. I think the water pump was triggering the over-amperage protection because the pump is not variable. When I try to conserve my water consumption, I will only press the shower head halfway, and that would turn the pump on and off rapidly, causing inconsistent amperage. I realized this was the exact issue after using the shower for a few more times. Afterwards, I made lunch. It was also my first time using his cooking system, but everything went pretty well. Next, I headed down to Munich for a quick exploration around town. It's a lovely and calming city. With the short amount of time I had, I could tell that I would prefer Munich a lot more than Berlin. Plus, it's much closer to the Alps. I planned this road trip with two things in mind. First, places I want to hike, and second, people I want to see. It's incredibly difficult to convey how amazing the Alps are with just words. So I made two cinematic short films about my experience there. These videos are very close to my heart. They are already available on my channel. Stay adventurous out there, and I'll see you next week.